Yep. I mean, we have a tendency to either have a 3-2 bloodbath or just destroy each other. That's how it's gone.
Yes. So far, it's been back and forth.
And as you noticed, basically immediately, I was already in the fun zone, like on the first turn of game 1.
I said that on stream.
Were you just like, oh no, he's having fun?
I was like, yep, he's talking. He got the first hit, and he's talking. This is bad news for me.
Oh yes, let's get Casual Pato.
Yeah. So this is a another Lucky Lum lottery match between FSFred and FraaOrolo. Looks like Fraa's up 1-0. Somebody else got random into this match. So unfortunately for FSFred, he got put into the rook side of the fight.
So the
let me help Kohai get on the stream here. So yet another link to Twitch TV.
I like how that's just his name now.
Yeah. And we gotta add Casual Pat.
Unfortunately, FSFred is not in a good place. He has no cards really to get out of range.
I don't know if I have CPAD on my friends list.
I do, if you don't.
Yeah, so this is BBB just doing what BBB does. And even that 10 poke, Rook does not have a method of breaking the cycle.
Welcome for the first time ever.
Oh, thank you. No, I've been on this one before. I've been on this stream before.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that 10 poke was a desperate attempt to stuff a king, because given no rock armor backup at all, and now we're gonna try and see a stone wall into the junk shot, but no dice.
Yeah, this is not good for FSFred. He has literally no cards that will prevent him from getting to range, except for that king and the joker.
Yeah, and this is the time when you can say that maybe I should just gold burst.
What? Oh, he doesn't have to. I was like, why Jack there?
Unfortunately, that gold burst is only going to get you so far.
Ace is not bad in neutral though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, does 20 damage, but after that, it's just kind of like, well, how do I add up the other 60 health that BBB has left?
Yeah, you kind of have to hope you hit kings early and convert basically anything that you can with either.
And draw like a lot of jacks and queens, otherwise you're going to range.
Yeah.
Q is a good lead in this fight as well. Just the hammer fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.6
yeah, hammer fist.
Surprisingly good speed in this matchup.
Good speed, decent confirm, 14 damage gets you somewhere.
Yeah, for any card, so you can trash the really garbage cards in your hand, like 2-block.
Well, 9 block's even worse.
Oh, 9-block, yeah.
9-block, yeah. But yeah, same thing.
I suppose, really, if you're playing it at absolute highest level, you would be looking to manage your suits for rock armor, mostly, when getting rid of the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Fraa played the jack instead of going for king. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, why
it's been
not
a while
king?
since we've seen king come out from Fraa. I think the last time he kinged was king through was like 6 or 7 combats ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 attacks seems extremely.
I'm just looking at the log. I don't know. I haven't really been.
Rook to play. So.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It gets through. Okay. So he's out, but
he got out for free.
He's only got 3 out. Yeah.
mean, he lost half his life bar.
That was a gift.
Yeah, Fraw's like, you know what? I want to play
That was an
aces
interesting
now.
block there from Fra.
Let me let
Okay,
you
so
out.
the good news for FSFred here is he has 3 queens. So he should probably just play them.
Yeah, and yeah, he's flipped that spade over already. Yep. Fra expecting this though, he just flipped his dodge over. I'm not sure what he'd really dodge into. I guess dodge into
And the king, he's
cock
got
shots,
the-
alright.
Into the king because he
Yeah,
activated
he plays
overdrive.
just the king raw.
I-
Oh, did he? I'm sorry, I missed that.
pump this with 9.
Looking at... Yeah, I guess that's fine. Just looking at pure suits wise, I guess 2 would be better. 9 seems fine though. I'm sure you'll draw more cards by the time you get
Yeah.
to that point where you can rock armor.
He's got diamonds for 8 now.
He just drew another jack as well, so FSFred's now he's got 4 outs.
It's okay, he's a crazy person.
Opts to throw and eats a 6 for his troubles.
Yeah, that.
And
I feel like that 2 throw there was basically just strictly wrong. Should have been Jack, Q, or King. Instead of King.
I mean, FSFred literally just didn't butter his opponent up enough for that. Like, you have no business playing that 2 throw unless your opponent can respect, your quote fast attacks.
Hey,
Your 2.2s, your 2.6s.
I don't
Jack and
like
queen.
the hammer fist here.
Ops play queen at range, which doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that doesn't beat anything. Like 8 was as good as Hammer Fist there.
Yeah, or like the 8 was
Yeah.
better because it could actually
It
do rock
loses
armor.
It loses to Jack, so really the only thing it beats is King.
Which is why it's
But
just as good.
that's a too valuable of a card in neutral to just chuck out like that. Opts to play Jack this combat, maybe hoping to trade with queen and get out. He doesn't have a queen in hand, so he might just go for mix-up. Yeah, he goes for 2.
Yeah,
And this is another option that was really useful in neutral.
yeah. Like I think that Goldburst needs to enter FSFred's range pretty soon.
So this is 2 into long arm for 9. Frog gets the Jack back.
Yeah, I do this all the time as Midori. I mean, I have the luxury of undodgeable moves.
Yeah, if not,
But when I'm knocked down, Goldburst is fantastic.
yeah, it is. FSFred opts for the Stonewall here. Let's see if Fra finally decides to use that king throw. I've been waiting for it for a while. No, he just opts to dodge.
Can't lose combat with dodge.
It's like almost like what I would like to see.
I don't know. It's been now I think 11 turns in range that since Fra uses king.
Yeah, I want to see a Goldburst into attempts at Checkmate Buster at least.
So maybe now is like a good time to use that gold burst. Yeah.
What does the queen beat? I don't understand.
The queen beats nothing except long arm, but there's no
Yeah.
reason to play long arm.
I wonder
it
if
beats
FSFred
nothing
knows
except for
that
king throw.
he can
which Fra
Goldburst
hasn't.
out.
Yeah, it's possible he might not know.
You might think he has to deal damage.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of unclear. If you have help text enable, if you could just zoom in on that card real quickly on Taste,
On range?
or you
Goldburst?
zoomed in on it, or the Joker.
Oh, I don't have
Let me
help
actually
text.
turn mine on so I can. Yeah, just zoom in on it. It
There you
says on hit.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, it says on hit. So when you reveal a gold burst in combat and it doesn't get blocked, it doesn't get dodged, it counts as a hit. And this is kind of important for matchups like
yeah, he's Wall of Vinesing out.
something
when
really
he
funny.
needs Just Goldburst.
Yeah, I mean he's out, but at what cost?
Yeah, he could have gold bursted
Yeah.
and had 4 aces.
And actually, notably, he played an attack, so now he's gonna get long-armed overdrived and die. But he has the Joker to
opts
save
to use
himself.
the Joker for blue burst. Yeah,
That's still such a gigantic waste of resources because he could have just gold bursted
Yeah.
out all of the aces.
Gold bursted out, and that's free.
I mean, luckily for him,
So now you're down to 3 health.
He's not going to actually stay in the matchup. But you're right, though. Long range states lose range at the end of a turn in which both players blocked or BBB gets hit by a non-range move. And gold burst would count
and
as
gold
that.
burst counts as a hit.
More specifically,
It's actually really. Yeah. It's actually really funny when you play that like during like Jaina unstable power turns. That's something I've done before. Just get 4 aces. FSFred opts to use the SPD here, but I can't see that winning combat, to be honest, or not having him not lose the game. Oh, okay. So he gets the king throw off. Good read. He's got 4 special blocks in his hand, but not much else going for him. Like we said earlier, he's used all of his outs in neutral to attempt to get out of range.
Yeah, I mean, right now
which is a problem that exists in this match.
Right now is a really good time to have 4 special blocks in your hand, though, because BBB can go into this, I'm just going to kill you with chip damage range. And he can get destroyed right now by timely stonewalls. There's first one.
And so here's a stonewall right now. Okay, so that's 11.
And notably, Beta Thrust loses to Ace-Ace from Rook, but without using the Joker to establish Checkmate Buster or anything, he doesn't really have to respect it, so he can just single A. Ooh, and down go the other special blocks he might need to not die.
Yeah. He doesn't even get Ace-Ace out of it, so like it would be a good gambit if there was some meat behind it. And yeah, Fra just, as soon as he sees those special blocks goes away, he opts for the piston. Stonewall would have been a really sick play there, to be fair.
Yeah, would have put him at 14. He still wouldn't have had a way to kill him.
14, but then you play the imaginary mix-up of AA throw.
Yeah, well, you actually drew a jack.
Just because you...
And he had 7-8.
Yeah, that could work. I mean, just the technical mix-up there, of course, being AA throw, but just because you don't have both sides of the mix-up doesn't mean you still can't play it.
Of course. Yes, you get out of it.
FSFred opting to re-random. Yeah, keep. And here's a good matchup. It's tricky. It's a tricky matchup if you don't know what you're doing, and
don't get hit by Robo Headbutt and you'll be okay.
Don't get hit by Robo Headbutt, and don't really go to range because you're wasting valuable resources to get out. I mean, really the goal is you have 3 goals in this matchup. 1, don't get hit by Robo Headbutt. I think that's maybe the number 1 goal. Number 2, don't get hit by Piston Hurricane because that's a really good move in this matchup. Only losing to Setsuki Queen. And number 3, this is more for like the early mid game. Don't go range. Sure, going to range is like better for her than for other characters. She has queens and aces to get out, and gold bursts, which aren't really going to be used as blue bursts too often, unless you get hit by Robo Headbutt, of course. Yeah, that's the basics of this matchup. So you just play a bunch of attacks faster than
depressingly.
Depressingly,
that wasn't a Starlight kick, and depressingly, those 9s didn't turn into aces. This could have been a huge combat win.
Yeah, this could have been King 6, King 3, King 6, King Pump AA for a lot of damage. Now those 9s are aces, so he has a viable way of getting out, which is good. Yeah, I mean, getting out of range. He's probably gonna have to spend one of the aces to get out of range. Assuming he doesn't. I mean, if he can win the RPS, then sure, but
he could just block here.
Opts to dodge here. I'm looking at Fra's hand. Fra's hand doesn't have very much meat behind it. Just a jack, really.
Yeah, there's nothing threatening in Fra's hand.
So yeah, he can use this time to just wait and build.
Yeah.
He'll have Piston Hurricane when he comes out.
Which, very good move, obviously. And Piston Hurricane, 21 damage, significant chunk of Setsuki's health. That's how I lost my set to Pickles in the final game. I lost to Piston Hurricane.
Well, Piston Hurricane is a good move.
It is a good move. It's not quite as good as good move, but it's pretty good.
No, I think Piston Hurricane is pretty much objectively better than good move, except for not being able to combo into it.
Yeah, and not only that,
combo into it.
I've heard from good Troc players that it's strictly incorrect to combo into AA. So really, it's strictly better. Anyways, odds for the Jack here, which is an interesting play. I guess it beats Queen and King. And you don't really need that card in your hand a ton. It's obviously nice to have when you're neutral because you can get out. It's one extra way to get out of the 2-attack kind of K-throw mix-up that puts you into range to begin with. Trades unfavorably with single ace, which I forgot to mention. It's also a pretty good card at 1.4 for BBB. It's a good neutral button, I'd say.
Oh yeah, it's really good in this fight.
Yeah, he's got no dodges in his hand, which is really uncharacteristic for a Setsuki hand. Opts to block out. Takes 2 chips, so there you go. He's got a handful of 8s. I'd power up maybe 2. That's a curious decision. Because
maybe just
as soon as they're out. Well, yeah. Obviously, you start mashing aces here, but as soon as you're out, like, what's the play? You've spent 6 throws already. I don't know, man. To be fair, that's what I did earlier today. Just power up everything for aces.
Leontes was so distressed watching your Midori.
My Midori was doing work. Are you kidding me?
No, it was not.
Did you like how I powered up my jacks for aces? Because ace was the dominant attack. I want the dominant attack.
That made Leontes want to cry when you did that.
It was more so the idea of not attempting to peel mental toughness out of his hand with any attempt to glimpse anything. Like, granted, you did need the dodges to win. That's great. But I think like early on, you could have played Queen to keep him off you. Early on, you could have done a bunch of stuff. I think maybe to make it less.
Yeah,
of a
but
nail-biter.
I didn't know I was gonna draw all my face cards in that game.
Yeah. And also you didn't know that Grave would never play a Jack.
Yeah,
which was nice. Yeah. I just felt like you could have.
Which was nice for me.
You could have done a lot more work quicker. But what you did was fine, and then holding on to the dodges and using them as dodges is always really important against Grave. I felt like his True Power Storms was really premature, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of blew his load immediately.
Yeah.
He's like, I've got it. No more shots.
Yeah. I was really happy that happened because otherwise, you saw my hand. I was completely screwed.
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh. And there's Piston Hurricane.
Yeah, and here's that button that we just discussed earlier.
Piston Hurricane.
No, I like to think he sounds more like
with 11
Sentinel, you know.
Piston.
Die. Just repeatedly saying die the entire combo.
And now Fra is enough. 11 cards. You probably have enough firepower to just do it again. And if I was Fra, I just straight play it again.
Maybe BBB is actually a Hokuto no Ken character. Like, that's a possibility.
Wait, did Mystic Juicer miss Rook getting beat by BBB?
Yes, he did.
Well, don't tell him that. Yeah. He missed the brunt of that. I don't know if I agree with Fra's decision to not power for aces there. I feel like you have a bunch of useless cards in your hand as BBB right now. Opts to blocks the ace. So maybe now's a good time to power up. Maybe he's just fishing for trips, in which case, props to you, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go to range anymore, so those normals are kind of lame.
I mean, Yeah, you've done your damage. Granted, it was at close and not at range, but you've done your damage. Now it's time to play the Piston Hurricane throw mix-up and win the game. Interesting that only opts for one ace, though. I'm not 100% sure what those threes are doing in his hand. Especially seeing his discard with a 3 already there. It's very unlikely that he's going to draw a 3 in the next couple turns, so he might as well power them up. Right? Because there's only 1 3 left. So let's say, like, then by the next 2 cards, there's a 2 in 30 chance that the 3 is there. There's no reason to fish for it if you can just get the tool that will win you the game right now.
And would have.
Now it's time to power up those 3s. And those jacks. Or I guess you can save the jacks. You can power up the kings. You have to power up the jacks, which is fine. Jacks I kind of like to save because late game overdrive is a thing that exists. Sharsetsky probably has Smoke Bomb, but if she doesn't, sick mix-up. And this turn Fra opts to go for the ace-ace, so I'm really happy with that. And now it's time to play that deadly mix-up. Ace-ace or throw.
And
just don't get by queen.
Sets doesn't know that Fra does not have the 7 throw into queen.
Dodge. Fra expecting a queen there. Didn't come out.
Yeah, where are the queens?
They're in his deck. He just hasn't drawn any, which is super bad when you're facing down Piston Hurricane at 22 health. That's just kind of unlucky there. Fra's got 2 more dodges left to play chicken with.
Ouch.
Opts for king throw.
It worked.
Oh, it worked. It won combat. But like the question is, why are you at range now? Right?
Press the 1.0 normals button.
Sure. I guess you can get like a free 6 out.
Or the dodge.
And then
you can just play safe dodges.
Yeah, you could dodge here. You have 2 dodges. To be honest, I just get that 1.0 out. Say with this kind of life lead, put that 6 out. Make my opponent spend the queen. If he blocks, get a free 2 damage. I think it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and unfortunately, no 9s with which to make J a really threatening option.
Yep. Let's see what happens here. Oh no. Oh no, this isn't game because we're at range though. So
what card does he
show? This is
show?
gonna be dodge into 8 knockdown.
Does he show the jack?
Jack. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point in the game. If it was earlier, I'd say show the jack, but honestly, right now it doesn't matter. I'd maybe show the king and then 6 up next turn. If you want to play that kind of psychological game, then the play is to reveal the king and 6 on next turn.
Yeah, because then
it doesn't matter.
He might want to play his ace to combat the 6 and then just get trade poked and die. So 6 is pretty strong now.
Yeah.
Something interesting that I'm just now noticing: FSFred has not had a single Q.
Yep.
Yeah.
5x hoarding all of them.
You're right.
Is he in the chat?
I don't know.
5x like the underpants gnome, except he's like the
stole him and
gnome.
left. Okay.
Well, you're out of range, I guess. Unfortunately,
you're
have
out.
11 life left.
11's an okay number.
Exactly.
11 is an ugly number because it dies to single ace trade.
Yeah, single ace is decent button once Setsky's out of aces. Interesting that FSFred doesn't opt to power up these 6s. Or at least power up 2 of the 6s to get AA in his hands for that good damage. Opts to just play single ace in combat. This is a sketchy situation. He wins out on the mix-up for now, but very low payoff here. You get 9 damage. If you're going to attack, you might as well attack with something meatier there than just an ace.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're losing to both sides of that mix-up anyway. Or you're losing to the attack side that mix-up anyway, so you might as well attack with something meaty.
Man, this is crazy. He has not activated Speed of the Fox one time. There's 21 cards left in the deck. A quarter of those, or a fifth of those, are actually queens. No twos even to press. Look at that. No twos. Because twos are a really strong button here too.
Yeah, two Jack, Queen, King, Ace, all beat BB2.
I think you needed those.
I don't know what. I don't think you need that third ace. But I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. Oh no! Did you just?
What? What?
Why Tumbler? You won combat.
I mean, it worked. It worked. But
why didn't he just 9 or 8?
I don't know. Wait. This could be a really good value trap. I'm just saying this because Setsuki only has 4 throws left in her deck, not king. So it could be like, I don't have a throw. It's still bizarre. I'm trying to justify it. Ace gets blocked. Okay. So what happens now? I guess I don't know. This game's really hard to commentate.
Setsuki goes into a dodge game. I mean,
yeah, dodge throw. If you have the dominant throw, is still the mix-up here.
There's only 1/7 remaining for sets.
There are 3 left for Fra. He doesn't have one in his hand, but FSFred doesn't know that. It's pretty likely that BBB would have a 7th throw in his hand. I mean, yeah, Fra's at 13 cards. You just discard like a 3 here. You don't really need that. That's a 4th 3 anyway, so it's not going to help you for power up. Or Jack's alright.
There she is. Unfortunately, the combo that results from this is going to get Joker.
And here's that piston. So excellent timing on Fra's part here.
Yeah. And did he play it? He did not play it. You go, bro.
He did not play it. No, he did play it. He had a second one.
Oh, he drew another one that turn?
Yeah, he had the second Joker. To my knowledge, I think he had the second Joker. I think I saw it. This is really tough, man. You spent all your... Oh.
Whoa.
Can we... I think... Does he know there... Tell him there's an undo button. He might not know. Yeah. Oh, no. He's just rocking with it. Okay. Oh, okay.
Well.
Okay. And 5. Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Okay. Well, you're right. He didn't buy his grippies.
These weak palms are sweaty.
For spaghetti, so his palms were weak as a result of the lack of grippies.
Oh dear.
Sure, I guess you can do that.
I think he wants him to know.
As Fra,
and that way he's gonna throw him.
As Fra, I'm not 100% sure why I didn't just play Piston Hurricane like 5 times in a row there. That's what I would have done personally. I like the way he's flipped that ace though.
I mean, it's not gonna work if he plays it.
Well, it's a little too late for the CPAT game of power up, play ace, power up, play ace, power up, play ace.
Sadly, he has to play single ace now because it's the only way to get that roadblock out of his hand.
Power up those 2s, do it again.
Man, I would like to see that king hit real hard earlier. The one that was a throw. Or the 9.
And Setsuki's
the 9 throw into the king pump normal or something.
Setsuki's looking at a pretty garbage hand right now. She can get out if she throws, and it somehow manages to win. I don't think that throw will win, but she can get out with like an 8 throw. Opts to 3 dodge instead. For all blocks, he could have gotten out.
Yeah, I think representing ace-ace and then pushing the throw button the rest of the game was a smart play. But
Yeah.
now, maybe he's just afraid. Like, there's no way that FSFred doesn't have queens now.
Yeah.
And
there's the top deck queen. He mashed it as soon as he played it.
yeah, but
Second Joker
is
maybe
there-
stays in your hand here.
in the final 15 cards of Setsuki's deck, is there 45 damage? With all the aces in the discard, none of them getting played as Shuriken Hill, like so many opportunities.
Technically, you only need like 20. But
Right, you can run
that's
out.
assuming you don't get hit by the rest of the way.
Yeah, so we got the last 7 coming up.
And with
We have a queen coming up. I called them both.
Yeah.
Good. And dodge is the other side of that. So
no king, which is kind of sad, unfortunately for FSFred, because he can't actually get out. Actually, no, he can. Sorry,
and this is
but it gets
gonna be
dodged, and that's
it.
that's the game that lasted maybe 8 minutes longer than it should have, in my opinion. I don't know, or when like Mystic Juicer came around, that's when the game really should have been over, in my opinion. But I mean, Frog got the job done, 3-0 to him. As FSFred, you probably, it depends on your comfort level with Setsuki. You're in this really I don't know why I spent so long on that face down. It's a really kind of bad situation where your opponent with a bad character beat you with a good character. So it's do I re-roll him to kind of maybe give him a better character? Do I re-roll myself to potentially give me a worse character? The answer really is contingent on how well you play that good character. So like if you're not comfortable with that good character at all, you should switch.
I was gonna say,
and risk.
given how inexperienced FSFred appears with Setsuki, I would say he should probably random himself.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, it all comes down to that comfort level. When you have a good character and you lose to a bad one in this format. Also, now that I'm here, I'm gonna make a plug, if you don't mind. A little advertisement.
Oh, that's right. I tried to, and I
running-
didn't really know what I'm talking about. So
I'm running like a little baby
What?
tournament on Saturday. It's a
are you freaking kidding
it's a
me?
little baby tournament. It's a fast timer all random tournament called Slippery Spag Saturday. It's gonna be this Saturday. Right now the plan is to start it at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's 1900 UTC for those of you who are not in the US. And then from there, I'm sure you can convert. It's a lot like the fast timer tournaments that Deluxe has been running, except I kind of want to make it more interesting. So both players must random select their character before every game.
See, Pat, you're
Which
going to talk about this when he tragically randomed into Rook against BBB. Again.
oh no,
That's what I was referring to
no.
when I said my "oh god."
I'm sorry. I was just looking at my post that I made just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So if you own all 20 characters, or if you have all access to 20 characters, you're welcome to join. If you don't, just whisper
Pay to
me.
win
I
tournament.
can maybe hook you up with some gold.
0 out of 10.
I told you.
Their gold is
I
fine.
was just getting to that. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. If you don't have access to the 20 characters, I'm more than willing to shell out some gold. I have like 600 left, so I think that should be good enough for those of you that don't have all 20 characters but would still like to play the game. And once again, just starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 1900 UTC.
All right.
Now
thanks
back
for
to the game,
Thanks for the
which is
international
actually
time zone
paused.
number. Yeah,
Yeah, no
FSFred
problem.
hit the button while Fra was, in the bathtub, submersing himself in water.
In the bathtub. Oh, right, yeah, he needs to
Yeah.
do that, otherwise he'll die.
Yeah.
Good call, good call. God, I hope this. I wasn't expecting this set to go on really long. I had to leave in like 15 minutes.
Well, this could be the end right here.
So leave
It's
it.
another BBB versus Brook match.
Oh, what happened here? Yeah, I mean, this could be the end. Oh, should I plug? No, it's silly. I was about to do the weirdest thing ever and plug my the dance team that I'm a part of at school, but I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
If this goes on for too long, maybe I'll talk about that. Because unless you guys have some interesting topics that you want to discuss, like my Midori play, for example. Do you like how I play my Midori? Like, do you like how I play my Midori? Like I play like I play my Zane.
Yeah, just power up everything for aces. Except no Zane
Block,
would power up
block,
his Jade.
block. I power up my
Did you
jacks.
say no Zane should power up Jays?
Oh no. I mean,
That's
you can if Anarchy is the goal.
I was gonna say, if Anarchy becomes your win condition, then then powering up J's, K's, Q's, anything.
I power up anything with
Higher hand
observers.
aces if Anarchy's the win condition.
Power up Jokers.
Yeah.
Have you ever done
That-
that?
No, because you play those in combat. You
Yeah.
play those in combat.
That's how you get there.
Yeah, and then you're halfway there.
That was the strat. No, I had to butter you up a little bit and then just knock you down and then engage.
Yes, I mean that's the
well,
strat.
unfortunately-
That's the strat. The Zane Trock match for sure.
Well, unfortunately, there were times when I just had no blocks and wanted to while I was KD, so I had to just run into a gold
Yeah,
burst.
that was your hands were funny. Like you had like 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10.
Oh yeah, the truck game.
Like
Yeah, it was
weird
all
hands
9s
like
and
that.
10s, dude. It was like I got draws later in the truck match, but I drew all my dodges.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tried to bait
that's
out the
unfortunate.
Anarchy with the quad war stomp, but maybe I should have just dodged 8 times.
That was an unfortunate draw. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
then
you probably should have just dodged 8 times. There was no way I would have scouted all of them.
yeah, that's true. And then
Yeah,
with all the
I know,
10,
right?
with all the 10 draw a card though, I was trying to get aces for Beast Unleashed, and I couldn't. They just weren't
Wait.
there. Like I tried. I wasn't gonna power up my 9s. Like I guess I should have, but I think there was a time when I played a dodge because I only had 2 aces assembled, and I was like, I really want a Beast Unleashed here. And he had like 22 health, and I didn't because I just could not do it.
Man, I was so happy I was at 22 and not 20 because that allows me to make so many more plays.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Anyways, Fraud takes some early damage here from Windmill Crusher. Interesting that he opted to first turn 8 throw. But FSFred finally decides to throw. He's kind of out of options for his hand. His hand was kind of checkmated in terms of going to range.
The
Yeah.
trial begins.
And here we go. This really sucks for FSFred.
Strap in, boys. It's
2
gonna
times.
It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, I like to throw
Yeah,
early
really.
against BBB just because a lot of times players are going to play their anti-range options early game, and for BBB blocking is okay. And you want to make sure that you get something on him. Like you want to go into range with a life lead like we have here. Because
Yeah.
if you take like 20 plus during range, you come out, you're still ahead, and you're playing against BBB. So,
Well, to be fair, for Rook, it's like 50 plus to get out of range.
yeah, that's a good vines.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Um,
it does not end range.
Doesn't really have the hand to support it after the vines.
Importantly, as Rook, I think you kind of have to employ a smoke him if you've got him strategy with his kings. Because if you don't land them early, you're probably not going to land them.
You're not going to land them at all, and you have to get that value in early. Yeah, I agree.
Like, that's why from the BBB side, my play against Rook on turn 1 is almost always 6 attack or cog shot.
Yeah, I agree with that. First turn king, it catches a lot. It catches a lot of BBBs. Oh,
Uh-oh.
interesting that Fra wanted to get out of range, and FSFred was like, no.
Sad times. Well, now, oh, he's powering him
Right.
up. I was going to say
that
he has.
doesn't get him out of range, CPET.
Yes, it does.
No, because it's when BBB gets hit by a non-range move. Gold Burst only gets you
really?
up BBB side in the Ditto.
Yeah, and the Ditto.
Oh, okay.
Because a BBB
You're right.
gets hit and loses range.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes that whole interaction way lamer, in my opinion. Fraud trying to scout that ace with that dodge there.
FSFred is almost the CMB.
Yep.
Yeah, FSFred's loaded. He's just got to get out of range, right? But as Fraud, you don't get hit by CMB here.
Yeah, CMB is the choice.
Yeah, especially at 48 health. Look at that. That number is too juicy of a number for FSFred.
I mean, Wall of Vines times 2 is strong too, though.
Yeah.
It's 40, yeah. But like one time out of range as Fraud, I play 100% attack range. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Yeah.
I play like close to 100%.
The possibility of dying.
No, because that's a choice. That's a choice.
Yeah, that was a choice I made when I had to play Nation. Was that I am not going to get CMB'd.
Yeah, that's once you're at the mid game, like the mid-late game, when you're out of range as BBB finally, that's your solitary goal. Like your secondary goal is maybe get to range. Your primary goal is not get hit by CMB.
Wall of Vines, he's saving the stone wall. That's nice. Because the stone wall becomes powerful in neutral as a way to annihilate the Piston Hurricane attack.
Piston. Yep. I like that play. Let me see.
Check your faces. Make sure you don't spend anything that you don't need.
Yeah. Good stuff. I'm always a fan of bookkeeping things like that.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, my game that you casted against Mad King, that game was just silly.
You lost your block?
It was because we're back at range here as I tell the story, which I guess a lot of you already saw, assuming that you're constant you're a stream monster. Combat 1 of game 5, I had blocked with like the 2 spades, I think. Whatever, I blocked with some 2, and then I left the game. I was having like internet issues. Good damage here, and Fraud has another queen to boot. But anyways, I'd left the game because I was having internet issues. I don't know, the wireless network here is like terrible. So I came back. I looked at the logs, and I was like, I don't know which block I used. So I asked the chat, and no one responded.
Yeah, no one wanted to be accused of collusion, I think.
Yeah, clearly no one wanted to be accused of collusion that day.
This is how honorable we are. That we won't even help a guy who has known information.
To be fair, asking which one you blocked with basically immediately gives away that you had a different one.
Right.
I mean, he knew I had a different one because I blocked with 6 different cards before I found it.
Wow.
I mean, you can check the tapes. I blocked with at least 5 different cards, and it took me until approximately, I think I counted it. It was like turn 15 or turn 20 where I found the block that I used. Although, to be fair, that problem could have been completely circumvented because the only reason I didn't block with that card again was because I tripped 2s. And I was like, I'm not going to block with these now. So really, past me and present me were in sync.
Oh, here we go.
Except for the fact that I was playing different blocks because I was because you know how don't tell anyone. Can we? We'll do one of the post stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be right back.
You know.
Be right back.
Yeah. Okay. Be right back. You know how I like to play to the crowd sometimes and play random, complete, just ass moves that are never supposed to win combat. I was doing that kind of thing, except I was like, hey guys, is it this one? Except I was like actually trying to figure out, like, was this the block I was going to use? And I for the life of me could not figure it out until I used the force for 4 of a kind, and then I only had 2 left in my hand, so I was like, okay, now I'll block with this. And Bomber that turn tells me he waited until I turned 20. Oh, we can turn the stream back on, by the way.
Yeah,
hi.
We're back. And,
hello.
We got a queen.
CPAT's casting.
You actually turned it off?
I'm here with my guests, Leontes and Raz, if you want to say hello. Raz for the first time, especially. Say hello.
Oh, my.
Oh my.
God, that's a good running gag that I like. I like that running gag.
It's almost as good as
I feel like that.
Almost as good as
I
slash
feel like that
RBI
happens.
baseball.
RBI baseball.
You're right. Because I feel like there's something I have to tell you in secret every single time we stream.
Yeah. By the way, really good raw cog shot from FraaOrolo, just beating the back-to-back queens. He blocked the first one, plays the J, and because FSFred has a jack in his hand, but he's got to save that in case he desperately needs a way out of the junk shot mix. It's a really crappy way to get out, but it's a way out. But I think he doesn't know that he can do this at range.
What, play Jack?
Play Gold Burst.
Oh, yeah. It's unfortunate.
Because it's how you deal with it. Because you can't be playing ace-ace to get out, because then how do you take down 80 health without aces?
Yeah, exactly.
Against a mono-attack guy
hard.
when you don't own dodges.
Yeah, it's hard.
No headbutt. Sad face.
I think my favorite thing to do when I play BBB is yell wham every time I go for Robo Headbutt. I just get such a kick out of that.
It's his Patriot mirror. Those magic 2.8 attacks.
And it has to be wham with 2 M's. Fra, what are you doing?
Oh, bye-bye.
Oh,
I don't need these.
But we'll keep these 4s around. We need these 4s. We don't need the 6s.
You're supposed to use those to traumatize a man and imprint your head into his face.
You're supposed to hit confirm your aces with 7.
Yeah. Sadly, the king swallows the 7 poke, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Because
10 damage is still like decent, better than nothing.
T-clap, no good.
Yeah. Interesting that he opted to use a thunderclap on a entangling vine turns. This would have been a really good turn to get really good value out of that 4 attack.
That wasn't an entangling vine turn, though.
It wasn't?
It would have traded.
Why was his 1.0? Oh, you know what?
BBB was 1.0.
100% my fault, guys. 100% my fault. I switched. I clicked view other player as soon as the cards were played, and I don't know if this is a glitch on Steam, but it doesn't automatically update.
Yeah, some of the info gets
on the browser. Yeah. But anyways, unfortunately, I wish I could stay. But
right on, man.
Yeah, I gotta bounce. Thank you for having me. I think as soon as I come back, I'm gonna have to check out my my gaffes in that last match against Giant, if you will.
Good. You can actually see your hand sometimes, so it'll help evaluate your own play as well. So that's kind of nice.
I'd much rather see my opponent's hand. Because I have a really good memory in terms of what card I play at one time, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, I've been there too.
But anyways, once again, thank you for having me. Thank you for streaming my match. Although really, not thank you for streaming my match, because no one needs to see that.
You could turn the hands off,
guys.
bro. I wouldn't have known.
I like to keep hands on because can we cut the stream again?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Okay. I like to keep hands on because I like it when I make nuts plays that work. I like to feel myself a little.
Why
so I keep hands on. Because people are gonna use that against me. All right, take care, guys.
Right,
and we're back with CPAT who's leaving.
Why didn't you just leave during the break?
And then
would have been so much easier.
Because we need to keep a sense of continuity in the stream.
Okay.
We're back with CPAT, who's now leaving, and I'm joined by Leontis and Razik. All right, take care, guys.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Well, the good news for FSFred is that he has blocked both of Fraa's bursts this game.
Yeah, and life is looking pretty even despite the massive amount of walls of vines that we've seen come out of that guy. But we're at range, and that ain't cool.
He's probably, looking at his hand, he's almost certainly going to have to wall of vines the Joker to get out of this. Ideally, he Jokers out and then double wall of vines for the remaining 40 damage. But I wish we could, like, I wish it would just be ethical for us to just tell him, hey, you can Joker out of range.
Yeah, can't do it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
the other option he has is to rock armor out with the 7 poke, because he actually is holding a 9 and a 6 that would run with that. And he has the Joker to back up the combo. The scary thing about BBB, though, is if he decides to just cog shot you,
Yeah.
and then you're down and you can't rock armor. He's just hoping that Fra runs out of dodges, and he's not gonna. That's all that block accomplishes here. Is getting that block combat. You gotta be proactive.
I mean, going block dodge is not a bad outcome for Rook there. So
Not at all.
this is the best outcome possible.
Alright, he's got another neutral button to push. Yeah, he's just gonna keep on riding it out, and unfortunately for him, FraaOrolo has everything he needs to punish blocks right now. He's got a king, he's got a queen. But we'll fish out one more dodge. And now, FSFred doesn't know this, but he's got a really strong block and ace-ace mix-up. Because the outcomes are solid. Either you hit something and you're cool. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, this makes his queen unblockable.
Yeah, and it's actually important in a couple matchups at range.
Yeah, this is the main one. Also important against Gwen, because it prevents it from 10 blocking.
And Midori from recurring cards while he's in Dragon form.
Yep. I was planning to go BBB against your Midori.
You should not have.
Why is that?
I'm excellent at that fight.
I'm sure you are. I'm not afraid of it, though.
That sounds like a challenge, sir. You may have to rotate to at least one round of BBB Midori after this. It's a fun fight. There's the reason why I don't think it's as terrible as like this fight is because sure, I'll turtle with you. Let's go ahead and be at range. You're terrified to do anything because Dragon Queen just gets me out. And we're back. No hammer fists. No Glod burst. We're just back. But back to Midori because that's interesting. Yeah, I can get you to block while you're in range, and that lets me block and lets me just walk right out. That's pretty frustrating. Plus, I can spend J pretty liberally. I can spend ace pretty good too, but Dragon Queen is so devastating to you that it just hurts. You only have 80 health, and because I do have a lot of options to stop your neutral from putting me in range, I can opt to throw early game too. I have a lot of stuff I can do. And there are times when I like to just go to range when I choose to go to range. Like I'll play things that stop range completely and be like, alright, I'll let you go to range now. But you're going to run into a throw because if you're still afraid, you're going to get tossed, you're going to take 16. And I'm going to hit you as hard as I can throughout the entire early game. Like just hard. Go to Dragon form.
Clear, I wasn't exactly saying it's a horrible matchup for Midori. I just said I was going to play it.
Yeah. I wanted you to, but I didn't beat Zane.
You didn't. You give me a chance to counterpick.
Right. This is what happened in IOL 2, where I was trying to counterpick you to Troc and I couldn't because I didn't lose. But payback.
Did not get a chance to counterpick.
Queen doesn't beat anything. It just doesn't beat anything. You take 16.
Yeah, this is basically over.
Beta thrust all day, right?
Yeah, basically. Well, actually, he's still in range. You can just play normal.
Oh, never mind. I thought beta thrust was 3 chip. Yeah, just junk. Just junk it. Just junk it, bro. Alright, here we go. Hype comeback possibilities. Let's do this. 2 plays away. Just power those 9s. Gold burst the next thing he does, and then we're in Checkmate City.
Cleante, I demand air horns on stream.
I think this is it. Hold on.
And his name is John C.
Okay, good enough, right? I don't want to get this thing, I don't want to lose the entire stream because of one little snippet. And it's over.
Yep, that was a rude card to him.
Yeah, like King gets hit by a 3 and he dies anyway. Oh no. How many queens? Oh, okay.
Poor Beebs. Or, poor Rook, rather.
Right. He didn't play BBB the whole time, right? He did.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Fraa's got a BBB.
He led. Well, to be fair, FSFred led into Rook, or randomed himself into BBB versus Rook twice.
True. That's the lottery.
So, yeah, that's the luck part of this whole business.
FSFred saying he's still learning. All right, you ready? You ready for one round of Midori BBB?
I'm down.
See how things would have gone.
Realistically, if I was playing to win, I should save this for if you get to me in IYL.
That's true. Yeah, but it might turn into a BBB truck, so that would be a thing that might end up happening.
Alright, room's up.
Alright. Bonus round, folks. And give me some kind of redemption for getting destroyed.
Yeah, the closing P was pretty nice. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Alright. Let's do this.
I'm down.
Dragons versus Kaiju. Interesting starting play there. Gets you the knockdown. And that's not so bad. Oh wait, no. I should have just... Yeah. Yeah, lol.
Alright, now we hit confirm these.
Cool. It's alright, it's alright. It's alright. You have like this anti-draws field that is really affecting me lately. No, really, I haven't drawn a single card that I would like to see. It's just twice now.
I mean, you can John all you want, bud.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just there's no... I'm not drawing anything. Help, please. Everyone look. Okay.
Ah, I should just jump you again.
A combat.
Dragon form. Ling.
So then, like, one of like 3 things can happen here. But really my mix-up is like probably like block J. So I'm just gonna block, hope you don't throw me. Okay. And didn't think you'd queen. Okay. Let's get thrown. Okay.
Oh. Alright, you get me out of range. I still got my perfect intact, though.
Yep. Yeah, the Thelo code. Right on. Well, I'll just dodge. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just playing aces. I've got a strategy, you see.
Yeah. Hmm. Cool. We're in there, guys. 46 to go. I can do it right now. Right now. Hmm. Don't throw me, bro. Okay. Still alive. Do I get the dodge? I get the dodge. And play it.
Fair enough.
And do 36, because I don't have all four. Sad face. But it may just be over. Yeah, now I have no dominant stuffs here. If I only had a queen. Oh, really?
I mean,
That's interesting.
I thought you might have had a queen.
Yeah. Damn. Huh.
You're at an impasse, sir.
We are at an impasse. Someone throw you. And maybe
I
die.
do.
Okay. I was thinking of 4 poking.
I was going to play that or single ace, so.
Now, if I had a queen, I would have actually value trapped you with the Jade the turn before. And played a queen. But I didn't draw any, damn it. No jokers, no queens. So. Damn. Also, you denied me the dodge with the overdrive from the queen. So I should have added extra dodge, but I didn't. I just did not think you played the queen.
Man, what's this rematch button? We said 1 round. Is that some salt I detect?
Nah, it's fine.
No, I would play more, but yeah, it's kind of getting late.
Totally. Did you have a joker? No, huh?
No, I had no jokers. Otherwise, I probably would have jokered one of those dodges.
Yeah, because I had the situation I was going for with the block was to retrieve a dodge and then block again, retrieve another card with which to then get my 4th ace.
Yeah, that's why I played the overdrive in reaction.
Good job.
And that's also why I played the queen.
Yeah, impressive block there. Because that was the big thing. If I had a queen, or no, I should have hedged that bet, huh? That if I had a queen, I'm playing it. Just raw throw you even though you're holding aces. Did you have 2, or just the 1?
I just won.
That was my problem. Okay. Yeah, GG. Outplayed.
I mean, you got the reads once you put Dragon Form up, which made it much closer than I would have liked it to be. But
yeah. Also, we had just talked about your willingness and love of Robo Headbutt, and I was like, wait, why am I blocking even? This is stupid.
Yeah, that was strictly an error on your part.
Yeah, so took 31 damage off a BBB combo. Still in it. All right. Anyway, thanks for being on the cast. Hope everyone enjoyed matches today. I'm gonna call it for now.
It has been a pleasure.
Okay. And as always, make sure friends Sterling Games on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe, YouTube, Twitch.
And subscribe to me on YouTube.
Yeah.
Woo!
And everybody, Mystic Juicer, Razik, Bomber678, all these guys trying to get Yomi content out there. So stay up to date and follow along with International Yomi League 3, Panda League, Lucky Lungs Lottery, any kind of kooky spaghetti tournaments we can come up. We're going to try to get as much coverage as I can.
Yep, I am Raziek on YouTube and Sugoi_Raziek on Twitter.
Excellent. And I'm just Leontes here at Sterling Games. So with that, happy Yomi everybody, and have a good night.